So today is modern prostate crisis. This is serious to all men, all, all, no exclusion. It concerns you. Even to women who are present here, it concerns you because eventually it becomes a family problem, the whole family problem. Thank God there's a specialist, a medical doctor that is on with us that will take time to discuss it in details for us. But after knowing what the problem is, what can you do? How can you impact any man you come across to be a solution provider for the man and make money? That is your own part of it. So, ladies and gentlemen, our topic for today is the modern prostate crisis, scalable data solutions for men longevity. We want men to stay long life. But this problem cuts short the life of men. So what do? Particularly when you're online, what do? It's a big crisis. It's a big challenge. All right. Today we'll talk about modern prostate crisis, which means the growing concern and prevalence of prostate-related health issues, especially among men. Benign prostate, BPH, prostatitis, and prostate cancer. All these are part of the family of the issue we are discussing today. And these conditions can significantly impact quality. If a man has prostate, you need to know what he faces. It's terrible. You cannot urinate. You cannot urinate properly. Weak urine flows. Pelvic pain. So many symptoms that were associated with it, which doctor will explain to us today. But have it in mind that it's a serious crisis problem. What is longevity? It means we're referring to living young and youthful, staying strong and healthy, and living a long life health path, and living an amazing, healthy, young lifespan. I'm sure everybody prays that the father of the home to live long. And so we need to take care of this issue properly. But then, is there an opportunity in this crisis? When there's a crisis, it becomes a threat. But if there's an opportunity, if we can solve this and make something out of it, it becomes an opportunity. So we are looking at a huge business opportunity in the prostate crisis. There's prostate crisis already, nothing can be done about it, but we can provide solution. So the prevalence of prostate cancer in Nigeria, they have said over 30 men die every day in this country. Is that not alarming? 30 men to die every day of prostate cancer is a big problem. That problem should be addressed every day. And everyone takes it as a solution provider. Any man you come across, talk about it, address it, and provide solution. So this has evolved a corresponding opportunity. You see, when you provide solution, it becomes an opportunity for you to make money, do business. Because by so doing, by helping people, you are helping yourself. Zig Ziglar, there's a man they call Zig Ziglar. Yes. He said the more people you help in life, the better you become in life. If you help 2 people, help 3 people, help 10 people in life to become better, then your life also becomes better. This is an expert I'm mentioning now, Zig Ziglar. So you can understand now that your involvement in this issue, in this threat issue now, creates an opportunity for you. Right. We talk about statistical spotlights because the modern prostate crisis in Nigeria today, the high prevalence of cancer, this prostate cancer today, is so much. To say 30 men will die every day is a problem. This is alarming, and it calls for urgent awareness, urgent campaign, and immediate modern solution. We just looked around, looked everywhere. How do we get somebody who can talk strongly about this issue, this crisis, this urgent problem? Who will talk about it for us? Well, we found somebody, a professional, a renowned medical doctor, a medical director. We call him, his name is Dr. Manua from the northern part of Nigeria. He's going to help us shed light on this issue today, the modern prostate crisis in Nigeria. And for every one of us need to be very happy that this man's a busy man, very busy man. But we tied him and got him here to say, hey, man, come here and do this thing for us because we want to impact. At the end of the day, we'll have impacted people, those who listen and will do justice and helping people. You may not have the prostate problem, but you can impact people. So we brought him here today and we talked to us about it. The prostate cancer is the deadliest and most prevalent cancer for men in Nigeria today. What did I say? Is the deadliest and most prevalent. You know what it means? It's everywhere. Because every man is exposed to it. And I was able to consult one doctor, Dr. Shinedu Arwa, an oncologist in the National Hospital in Abuja. It described this as a severe issue in Nigeria today, and it's a dangerous disease that has become a crisis today. So from the advocacy, we are going to see how this solution that we're going to provide today, we're going to provide solution to it because Dr. Manuel will talk about it and then tell us the solution. I bet you the solution is going to talk about will be very profitable, will be scalable, and will be online solutions. So believe me, you can help me welcome this man, Dr. Manuel. You just send a lot of emoji, thank him for coming because this man is so busy. He's a busy man. Yeah, Dr. Manuel, please can you share your slide now?
And I welcome everybody that is on board listening to this lecture. And it is a very good opportunity for all of us because for you to have been here, that means God wants you to have an opportunity to help someone. And I will begin by showing you this diagram. I always share this diagram because it's very, very important. You may not understand it. You may not understand it because that's how prostate is. If you can see from the diagram, you will see urine, the bladder up there. Then you can see a two lobes in blue color going down, and that is the urethra where urine passes from the male genital organ. And in between the tubes, there are two slides, three lobes. Those lobes are what we call prostate. It is important to say that prostate is only in men. So females are safe from prostate issue because it's only in men reproductive system. And every man has prostate. and it's a walnut size. And this prostate in the slide, you can see it's an enlarged prostate. You can see it from the diagram here. The bladder up there in between the seminal vesicles. Then you can see between the bladder and the penile and the penis, you can see a walnut structure, and that is the prostate. And you can see tube passing through it, and the testicles are there down. Prostate is very important in male reproductive system because it produces the fluid that nourishes and protects the sperm cell. So it's very, very important. More important nowadays that many young men are coming down with infertility. This is another aspect that I will get more light later on. But for male, we know that we do have prostate. And if you are 30 years and above, this lecture is for you. This lecture is for you. If you are 30 years and above, Prof has, giving us the statistics of how many men die in Nigeria. How many? If you can remember, please type the number on the chat box because it's very, very important. That is one way through which you will appreciate the gravity of this very important lecture. The prostate is being pointed there above the whitish prostate, that walnut structure. You can see it up there is the bladder, and the prostate behind it, you can see this is the rectum, the lowest part of your large intestine, the lowest part of your large intestine. That's the rectum down there. So you can see the prostate is there. So in men, why this is very important before I go further is that, do you know that 60 to 70%, no, 70 to 80%, 70 to 80% of male with prostate issue do not show signs and symptoms in the early stage. That is important. Do you know that 70 to 80% of males with prostate issue do not show signs and symptoms in early stage? Meaning to say that in the early stage of prostate issue, you may not feel all the signs and symptoms that I will mention later. That makes it a silent killer. And that's why you see many people are dying as a result of the prostate issue, because the signs and symptoms in most men is not picked early. You don't even experience any problem. So, as I said, do you also know that 1 out of every black man at one time in his lifetime will? Do you know that? So today, the narration is not about prostate in men alone. The narration is about you yourself trying not to be 1 out of every 4 that are coming down with prostate cancer. 1 out of every 4 black men will come down with prostate cancer. You should not be one of them. If you are a female here, this is the time, just like Prof has said, to create massive awareness to your parents, to your father, to your uncles, to your siblings, to your co-workers, to your husband, to your boyfriend. And if you are a male, this is the time to create massive awareness to your co-male counterpart. The primary risk factor in prostate cancer is age. It is said that the risk increases by the age 40, by 40 years. Once a man is 40 years and above, the risk for developing prostate cancer increases. But today, even if you are 35, you should be concerned. You should be concerned about your prostate. And if you are 30 years and above, you should protect yourself from having prostate issue. Other risk factors associated with prostate issue are lifestyle, factors, like the type of diet you eat. This is the most important. This is an area where I will dwell more on later on, because the food we eat in this country mostly are GMOs, genetically modified organisms. The nutrients that your prostate requires that your prostate requires to function effectively are mostly not available in most of the fruits and vegetables you will have, and they are not in adequate quantity in you developing or not developing prostate cancer. Then physical activity, sedentary work. This is another lifestyle in our part of the world, where you find that today we don't trek, we don't move around. Even a distance of 2 kilometers, you will say you will have to go on a risk factor. Obesity. I thought before that educated people understand what obesity means, overweight obesity. Until when through experience as a clinician, I found out that even the educated people take obesity to be synonymous with weight. Meaning to say that the higher the weight, the more you are obese. No, it is not like that. Obesity is measured using body mass index. Get this education today, because it will help you to understand that your prostate is very important. Obesity is measured your weight in kilograms, your height. You should be worried because you are obese. And exposure to toxins, air pollution, water pollution, toxins everywhere. I mention it everywhere I go, that prostate cancer is a very serious issue when it comes to occupational hazard. Because I could remember 8 to 9 years back, I met a young man of 25 years who, inherited bricklaying. That is, as a bricklayer, mixing cement and sand for building. His father was the job of his father, and he also grew up in it. At the age of 25 years, that young man developed prostate issue together with bladder cancer. At the time of presentation, the cancer has already metastasized to his lungs and liver. So occupational hazard is very important. Where are those people? Where are those men who are selling chemicals, fertilizers, pesticides that are being used in farms? You are all exposed to chemicals that one of the organs that will be affected is your prostate as a man. So toxins play a very important factor. How many times in a year as somebody who is dealing with toxins do you detoxify your body to remove those chemicals and toxins from your system? That requires an education, and this is what we are providing today. So what are the preventive measures before we go to signs and symptoms, and what you should do to either protect or manage your prostate issue? As I mentioned just now, lifestyle modification must be 10. If you are obese, you should reduce your weight. If you are smoking cigarette, you should cease smoking cigarette or reduce the number of sticks and the frequency. If you are consuming alcohol, you should also stop or reduce your alcohol consumption. And if you are doing sedentary work, meaning today you do not have any physical activity, you should start exercising at a small distance of 2-3 kilometers. You try to walk That one is part of protecting your body and your prostate in, developing a problem. And then the food we eat, you should find food that is rich in the nutrients that the prostate require, which I will mention as lycopene, quercetin, zinc, selenium. Where do you find them? Where do you find them? That is where nutrition comes into play, because your prostate requires a lot of zinc. In fact, zinc is very much concentrated in your prostate. If you are deficient of zinc, then your fertility is affected. Your prostate will develop problems. Your sperm quality will be affected. I tell you, what part of the reason why many people to 5 years and above are coming down with, sperm issues is as a result of nutrition, which also affects the prostate by and large. The prostate now, being the organ that is producing fluid that nourishes and protects the sperm cell. I mentioned to people, there is one country that do not allow their plants, their seeds to contain any GMO. Which country is that? Russia. No GMO. They do not allow that because it affects the quality of the fruit or vegetable or the grain, and it also affects the standard. So apart from lycopene, I say selenium, which is a very strong antioxidant, which the prostate requires, which you may not have it in adequate quantity in the type of food we eat, the quantity of food we eat, and the standard. Prostate to function effectively. Then antioxidants, vitamin C, vitamin E, these are not available. Zinc concentrated in the prostate, deficiency of that, as I mentioned, it can cause prostate issue, can cause fertility issue, can cause erectile issue. So because of these factors that I mentioned, there is a need for you to do some supplementation. Supplementation with products that will give you those nutrients that your prostate requires in adequate quantity, in standard quantity. And this brings us to the issue of what? Of forever living products. But I will not mention that. Let us look at the signs and symptoms as an education, as an awareness, like you should be doing, even if it is annually, be doing scanning. Let me not use technical terms. Let me not use even ultrasound scan. Pelvic scanning, that is the lower part of your abdomen. You go to any scanning center, plenty of them private. Just go and request for a scanning. That scanning, if you tell them that you want to see you want them to check your prostate, they will now start seeing whether the prostate is enlarged or is not enlarged. Affect the prostate. You understand? Then another thing is, once you are 40 years and above, apart from scanning, maybe annually, you should be also looking for prostate specific antigen. What is happening to your prostate? Because an indication of each problem can be detected. The normal range is between 0 to 4 nanogram per deciliter. But once it is above that, even at that center, they will tell you that, okay, you need to do this or do that. Then, once you are 50, that is mandatory for you. You don't want to die as a result of prostate issue, it has become mandatory on you to be doing annual prostate scanning, PSA, and if the PSA shows any sign, you should go for digital rectal examination. They will put hand and check the prostate to see whether it has enlarged, whether the shape has changed, or whether it has shrunken. They will check it manually with their finger. The clinician, you see your doctor, so that they check that one for you. And the symptoms, be 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 lucky enough that the symptoms and signs of prostate issue start showing early if you do not take care of them. If you don't take care of it, I mean, if you don't take care of the prostate, be lucky that signs and symptoms start showing early, and that is in 20 to 30% of people, of men. The remaining 70 to 80%, the signs will not show early. And what are those signs? Those signs include urinary changes. The frequency of your urination will increase. Sometimes urgency, meaning to say that before you, once you start feeling, I mean, once your bladder is full and you start feeling urge to urinate, even before you go to squat down, the urine will start coming and spoil your trousers. That is urgency. You will be urged to go and do it. Another sign is, or symptoms, is to have weak flow. You see the urine will not be coming. And in many cases, even if you finish urinating, the moment you stand up, that you need to do something. Because as the time you are urinating, when you squat down, you are pushing, the outer sphincter where the urine will come out will be blocked by the enlarged prostate, so that blocking the urine. By the time you relax and you want to stand up, the prostate, enlarged prostate will go back and the urine will do as if it wants to come out again. That is a very big problem. Sometimes people will even see blood in the urine or even semen in the urine. These are fish issues. Where are those men who are just saying that me, I don't feel all this, but I am feeling, I'm having erectile problem. I'm having your prostate need to be examined. And sometimes you feel pelvic pain. These are only done in only, I mean, 30 to 40, 20 to 30% of men at the early stage. 70 to 80 until when it reaches intermediate to advanced stage, degree, before they start experiencing these symptoms and signs that I have mentioned. So this is even the reason why you don't have to wait for any signs and symptoms once you are 35 before you start going to check your prostate. Before I go to the answer of what you should do now, is you look at the type of food you eat. What are the food you eat? Excessive alcohol, iseu, shawarma. All these are not good for your prostate. What your prostate needs are those nutrients that I mentioned, like lycopene, selenium, vitamin E, vitamin C, zinc. These are what your prostate needs today. Most of them cannot provide what you need. And even if you will have, like pomegranate, where you will have some of them, they are very expensive. Because I think it was in 2022, I went to ShopRite in Kano and I saw a pomegranate just like the size of my fist, like this. They were telling me, that was as far back as 2022. They were telling me I saw 8,000 plus, 8,000 naira plus on it. Just small size, where you'll get some quantity of what you need here. By now, that same size would be about 30, 40,000. But here, I'm introducing you to this table of forever, where you will have a container containing 60 tablets, 60 tablets, which contains all the nutrients that your prostate requires. You will have enough lycopene, zinc, selenium, vitamin E, vitamin C, including some other vitamins and minerals, especially vitamin B6. And quercetin is also there. Why? Because it has been also found out to reduce the risk of developing prostate cancer and also protect the heart. So we look at the prostate, we look at your fertility, we look at your erectile function. So everything for men to help any other man around you to ensure that that person has not been one of the 4 black men that statistics show that they will come down with prostate cancer in their life cycle. 1 out of every 4 black men, and in Nigeria, 30 is serious. And if you have any prostate issue, whether your PSA level has increased, whether you have prostate enlargement, or even if you have had prostatectomy where your prostate has been removed, or you are experiencing these signs and symptoms that I mentioned, you should go and look for these 3 products that you can see on your that you are seeing on your screen. Forever Battlers for Men, Forever Multimaca, and Forever Aloe Berry Nectar. These are very, very important. You should go and look for your own. And make detoxification and supplementation be your way of protecting your prostate or helping your prostate if you have prostate issue. Even if you have prostate issue, if you can take this for 3 to 6 months, depending on the severity of your problem, which I have seen it happen in practicality. I will not close. And that is my last part. In 2022, I had one rich man, one of the 20th richest men in Kano, who developed prostate issue and has gone around the whole world. If I say the whole world, I mean literally the whole world, moving from all the best hospitals across the globe. And he was having one expensive drug over another. You are not removing everything. You are not removing everything. No, I'm even rounding up with a story that I was telling you about the rich man in Kano who travel across the globe as a result of prostate issue, and he has been battling with it. He has been battling with it for over 2 years.
Yeah.
So until he was introduced to me, actually he stays in Lagos, but until he was introduced to me, and then I placed him on a 4 products. That is aloe berry nectar, Battlers for Men, Multimaca, and Immublend, Forever Immublend.
Yeah.
So these are the products I placed him on, and he worked on them for 2-3 months first. The most amazing issue, when he went back first to Egypt, because one of his wives is Egyptian and she stays in Egypt. So when he went to his doctor in Egypt, what they have been battling to see is that usually when somebody urinates, it is not everything that goes out. About 50 mils, about 50 mils, about 50 mils of urine usually remains within the bladder. So what happens is that we call that one residual urine volume, RUV. The amount of urine that is supposed to remain inside the bladder when you urinate. That amount is about 50 mils.
Yeah.
If you can see the bladder here on the diagram, this one above there where urine, you can see some urine remaining there up there. So it's about 50 mils. But his own residual urine volume has never gone below 150 mils below 150 mils, thereby creating infection. Because when there is stagnation of the urine that is remaining inside the bladder, infections now sets in because it has found a good place to multiply. So the first 3 months, going into the 4th month, he traveled out to go and see his doctor. When they went there and carried all the investigation, the parameters were coming down, but particularly the residual urine volume came to below 70 mils. So they told him, what were you taking? He told them that these are the supplements that I've been taking. So they Google, I think he didn't tell me what they told him. So he came back. When he came back, he asked me, this is what I found. He sent the results to me. So I now told him that since that is the case, I want you to be on 3 products for 1 year. Be on aloe berry nectar, Vitalize for men, and then forever immobilant. And that is what he has been. After about 7 to 8 months of taking these 3 supplements, from when he begun, he started the product, that's about 7 to 8 months. He went back, and believe you me, his residual urine volume became less than 50.
Mm.
And ever since 2002, this man has not left 2 products. Aloe vera, he switched to aloe vera gel and Vitalize for men. This has been his normal food. There are supplements,
No worries.
because there are supplements which are also food supplements. So he has been on these 2 up to today. Usually he buys cartons of aloe vera gel, and he will buy 4 or 5 bottles of Vitalize for men always. Sometimes from now and then, from that 2002 to now, from time to time, he picks Forever Immobilant. But usually, always with Forever Vitalize for men and Forever Aloe Vera Gel. So what am I trying to tell you, ladies and gentlemen? This is an opportunity to create massive awareness. 30 people die every this in Nigeria is not easy. And you may not appreciate the seriousness until you see the number of people coming down, not only with prostate cancer, because the sign can be as a result of infertility. A man coming with very poor sperm. When seminal fluid analysis is done, the morphology of the sperm is not good. The percentage is not good. The shape, the sperm count is not adequate. You understand? So when those things are, the motility is not good, because have they checked the prostate? Don't say that he is 25, 26, 27, 28 with bad sperm, and then you just stay like that. So prostate issue is a major issue today. My final word to you, this is the time for you, if you are a man, to take action. If you don't have any prostate issue today, start by taking Forever Vitalize for men. Start by taking today, the person who invited you to attend this presentation, meet the person and ask the person to make sure that you get your Forever Vitalize for men. If you are 40 years and above, even for protected, get Forever Vitalize for men and Forever Aloe Berry Nectar. But for Forever Aloe Berry Nectar, if you are diabetic, you have sugar issue, blood sugar issue, I usually advise people to switch to aloe vera gel. So you can take aloe vera gel, but you don't have any sugar issue. You are aloe berry nectar and I also have my own here.
Good.
And I also have my absorbency here.
Yeah.
You can see my tablet here of absorbency. So
Good.
you take your, aloe berry nectar and Vitalize for men if you don't have any problem and you are 40 years and above. If you are 50 years and above, 45, let's say 45 and above, or your father or your uncles or your siblings or your co-worker is 45 years and above, you advise him to take 3 products. Forever aloe berry nectar if he's not diabetic. If he's diabetic, aloe vera gel. 2, Forever Vitalize for men, and 3, Forever Multimarker. Because of the synergic effect, there is synergy between Forever Aloe Berry Nectar, Forever Multimarker, and Forever Vitalize for men. And Forever Multimarker will also improve the quality of the sperm at 45 years and above, and also increase your fertility, and also increase your erectile function. So my brothers and sisters, I will appreciate you for having this opportunity to get this very important information, and also opportunity by God to be able to help yourself. If you are a man, if you are a female, to help your loved ones to, protect their prostate, and not to be among the 30 people that die in Nigeria every distance, or to be among the 1 out of 4 black men that are destined to come down with prostate cancer. Thank you very much. Over to you, Prof.
Oh, thank you very much. We are going to see the other side of the story now, the opportunity side of the story, because this is threats already. So what is the opportunity that has arisen from these threats? We have developed a wellness model. Wellness. If you attended my talk last week, we talked about wellness revolution. Using products as natural products, organic products, products of nature. Nature. What nature has provided, gift of nature, to solve problems. And so today we brought issue of prostate. Last week we brought issue of sugar, diabetes. And so what can you do? You have to impact on somebody or people around you. People have to be, you have to be a solution provider. And so we have developed a wellness model that replaces the reactive sick care with proactive, life-changing solutions, creating a brand that men actually trust. If you are unvitalized, go back and do your PSA test. You will smile and say, God, I thank you. That is giving credence to nature. Products that you trust. The business opportunity in the prostate crisis is huge. Whereas the prostate is a big threat, and the wellness solution is an amazing opportunity that naturally corresponds to the modern prostate crisis. Our mission is to commercialize specialized science-backed protocols that addresses the prostate issues of today, turning clinical necessity into profitable, high-impact digital ecosystem. We have done this for years now, and the brand or the specific solution that we're offering is the Forever Living products. So we'll talk about therapeutic nutrition as the way out. Instead of going for surgery or going for this or going for so many complicated things, prevention is better than cure. Therapeutic nutrition, that is what we need. All the supplements which we have displayed now, many others, they are of benefit to you. You can see them there. The drinks, nutrition, immune, all of them. We have them. They are of benefit to you. They are natural. They are gift of nature. They are award-winning products. When they say award-winning, it's award-winning. Products that have won award, displayed and won all over the world. You can see, they are all there. So first, we present today, you have heard the message that a prostate is a killer. 30 men to die every day. I was in church one day. By the time I left the church, the man who sat by me, good afternoon, sir. How are you? Oh, today's sermon is good. Yeah. But have you heard of this prostate problem? Say, what is prostate? I took time to explain to him, and I told him, look, every day in Nigeria now, 30 men die. And as we are talking now, they have found 29 men dead already, remaining one person. So I don't know whether you be next. He just smiled and said, God, what do I need to do? And I told him the solution. We exchange contacts. So be a solution provider. By creating impact, you must create impact. Any man you come across, share the message to him and create an income yourself. So we're not just selling health protocols. We are building a digital infrastructure for men longevity. Men must stay long for the women to stay longer. So by taking the solution online, we have removed the barrier of shame and distance, turning a global health crisis into a scalable, sustainable, and highly profitable wellness movement. It's a movement. We won't say wellness evolution. Well, it's a movement. Last week I told you $6 trillion industry. If you are in that industry, what is your own in it? It's revenue streams. So how the money is made in this model, you need to understand it a little. How do you monetize the solution? You need to know. So as you recommend the amazing products, you grow your customer base. Whoever buys from you becomes a customer. Each time he buys, it's a customer. You see, if you are productive enough, if you dare to accumulate enough customers, you can see what flows in every day to your account. Daily profit. Profits will accrue as a gain from difference between the wholesale company, a wholesale price, and the retail price. These are the products doctor have mentioned. Instead of aloe vera gel, mentioned Beneta, they are the same aloe vera gel, but this is also good. It's 100% aloe vera gel. Now, just by way of showing you how profits are made, the prices here may not be exactly the prices on a company, but to show you, if you're in the business, you're meant to make profits. So you can grow your business and you become a philanthropist, but the company is not a philanthropic company. Yes. So you are meant to make profits in the business. And you can also fill a form and sign on and buy products at wholesale price. You can. So you can see there, products mentioned there, you can see the profits, and see the profit. There's always profit. You give very natural and you give vitalize and multi-marker, you have already made about 40,000 naira by those products. That is to a customer. What about when you have about 50 customers? 50 customers. They are all receiving the products from you monthly. As they receive from you, imagine 50 customers. I am making 40K as a profit on these products. You have made about 2 million plus as your income. Is that a good business? Don't forget, this talk today is business opportunity talk. Opportunity for one to have a business to do. This is what we make every day. What about monthly? You build a network, you grow your network. From only 5 people you bring into the business and coach them well, they bring in also their own 5. You grow a big network. And all those networks you have grown, if you say everybody should buy one aloe vera gel, just one aloe vera gel in a month, you know how much turnover you have made? 31 million plus turnover. The company says thank you and well done. It gives you 10%. And so in a month, what comes to your account is 3-point-something million. Is that a good business? Ladies and gentlemen, we can't shy away or run away from good income yielding business. This is good income yielding business. And don't forget, once you have established your customer base, your customers always come to you because the products sell themselves. And there are other ways There are other ways. This model, this business model makes you earn money about 10 different ways. From the profit I have mentioned, monthly bonus, and incentive, group bonus, unforgettable travels. See, 10 different ways, Sherman bonus. So if you are properly engraved in this business, the opportunity gives you a lot. The chairman bonus is the highlight of the money-making business. If you work well from beginning of the month to the end of the year, oh my God, and you qualify for this, of course, it's good. It's good. It's mouth-watering. When you make $1.5 million, to you, all the problems are solved. There's no way we can talk about this. And so we are bringing this opportunity to you today. This is a business opportunity meeting, a meeting which you have been invited. And so it travels. The company also encourages you and gives you traveling bonuses. And you travel with your spouse. And see, all these are travels. We ought to be in Dubai by this month, April 21st, 26th, but well, it's not our fault. But the company says, you are not going, but take this. This is yours. So you see a company that promises and makes its promise good. Dubai. What about incentives like the car to drive incentives? Can you imagine? You can drive your own free brand new car every 3 years if you work hard and you are productive enough to be in this business. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a global business. You can be, some of us listening today, you are very good online. You are very good. You do a lot of online work, but focus on money yielding now. So you can be wherever you are and build and earn globally. Ladies and gentlemen, what matters most to you? That is where we come down from now. What matters most to you in life? I have suggested as a solution provider, you will make impact and create income. What else will you do? What matters? Your health. And you need time, because some people are complaining, no time. What is it? No time. How much are you making? You have to be in a business that where time, good, yeah, you have the time in the world, time for yourself, travels, legacy for your family, work for yourself, then personal growth, a lot of training to develop yourself, and then make a difference. Your new home, meet new people. See, all this, I've asked you, what matters most to you? We have to address it. What matters most to you? And how do you address it? I have suggested to you, because every time we present this every Monday, we always bring a challenge, a focal point where we can say, look at this challenge. Today we'll talk about prostate now. Is it a challenge? It's a crisis. From this prostate, what can you do? What is the opportunity that has come to you? So the modern prostate crisis, scalable digital solution for men's longevity, it works. And why does it work? It positions prostate issue as an urgent problem. This is what we have done today. We have addressed it as a crisis, and the business as a necessary answer. The answer to the prostate issue is here. Make money because I've created impact. So, ladies and gentlemen, create impact and create income. You can carve your niche. If your niche is a prostate, as you are online, what to dwell on, what to deal on. Position it and ask questions. Prostate people will jump at it and they ask, how do I get the products? How do I get the products? So you can carve your niche powerfully on the online space and be an active participant in the wellness industry. $6 billion. Wow. Or $6 trillion. And it's still expanding. You create this impact and create money today because as you carve your niche, be an active participant in the wellness revolution, and then you follow the blueprint, sell, grow your team, and scale systematically. You scale is to up your business. You up your business. You start today. Start. What are you starting today? The machine for your inflow. You dare to build a machine that's yours. If you dare to build it, it is yours. Ready to transmit lives. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for listening today, but sincerely speaking, I want you to be an ambassador today that will reach somebody. Let it be your duty today. Any man you come across, anybody you come across, talk about the prostate. Just inform somebody about the prostate. Then make sales, provide solutions.